Okay, guys, so let's just start our webinar. We will be taking the attendance midway during this webinar. So I just want that you guys to stay there and attend the full session. Okay, guys, so before taking on the before having a discussion on Redux, I just wanted to ask from all of you, like only Monica has submitted the previous assignment. The basically assignment was to uh, complete the edit and delete functionality using Redux. So only I think Monica has submitted. So let me ask from each one of you. So starting from Bipul, can you tell me what's the reason of yours why you haven't submitted?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Bipul.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is basically no reason that I haven't submitted the assignment till here.
Hmm.
Um, will do like tomorrow.
I mean, what's the issue? I mean, it was just 20 or 30 minutes work, I guess. The thing is that people, the thing is for everyone. When you basically learn some new concept, right? So the thing is that you have to, you learn, you have to implement it. You just try to implement it and then you will figure out that whether you are able to do it or not. Because if you want to implement it, you will forget over a time, right? And then when you try to implement it after some days, of course, you will be having some issues. So the thing is that whenever you learn something, you just try to code it. After that, just try to implement it on your own. Of course, there will be issues. If there are certain issues, you can directly ask me or Akash sir. But if you try to implement it after that time, that concept, you will basically that will stay there. You will basically able to do that, and you will just get comfortable with that thing. So I think
Okay. And one more thing is that at that last webinar, the time was like 10. Then I sleep and the days are gone. That's why I am working on like backend and Java. Therefore, I have to learn that concept also. And
yeah,
there's
that's fine. I mean, of course, I think we had a webinar on Friday, and today is Tuesday, so there are I think three days gap, and getting a 30 days in these 3 days, I think we are not asking for more, like a lot. I mean, this can be given. I think
yes, yes.
it's all
Like there is
depend
no
on.
excuse, but
Of
there
course,
is no
there is
excuse,
not.
and therefore, but I just didn't do the work.
Yes.
It's kind of
So just people just take out 30 minutes out of your time and just complete it and submit it.
okay,
If you
sir.
have any issues, you can
Okay,
ping me directly, right?
okay. We'll do first in the morning and submit like till 8 or 9 tomorrow.
Yes, people, please. Okay. Okay, then after that, Rahul, can you tell me what's your issue?
Anshu, you know my issue. Okay. Yesterday I have an interview,
Mm-hmm.
or today I have. Actually, I got a task. I had to complete the task in 7 days. But movie web app I got. I had to make this using Next.js framework. और
Mm-hmm.
हाँ वो वाला कर रहा हूँ और मेरा वो एक एप्टीट्यूड का भी टेस्ट था दिन में और बस यही था मैं थोड़ा
Okay,
बिजी
no
था
issues. So, can you submit it by tomorrow?
अंशु टुमारो भी है इंटरव्यू
I mean,
मैं
yeah, see, Rahul, I think the thing is that if you can implement it, you will forget over time if you want be basically doing it, right? And
अंशु
getting a 30
ओके
minute is
30
not
मिनट
a
में
much.
अंशु 30 मिनट में इम्प्लीमेंट होता ही नहीं मैंने वो कोशिश की थी पिछली बार टाइम लगता है 1-2 घंटा मुझे तो ठीक है मैं कर दूंगा मैं कर लूंगा कल ठीक है मैं कर दूंगा
Okay, so just
अंशु वो
remember that
मिल जाएगा वेबिनार का रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं मिलेगा क्या अब
yes, I will give you after this session. I will give you the recording.
ओके ओके ओके
Okay, Rahul, mute yourself. Gaurav Divedi,
Hello.
I think yes, Gaurav.
Yeah, I had some, laptop issue. So
Mm-hmm.
it took time to arrange a different laptop. So right now, I was at that time I was doing that assignment also as same assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So I am facing a problem when we, when we update the value from the reducer. So
Uh-huh.
now it is, I have created a different list where I'm going to show the values, but the value, the state is not updating on props there. I have seen on console that it is updated on reducer, but it is not updating on props.
So when you get that issue, just
When I'm running it on the
no, I mean you could have pinged me or the issues. Okay, no issues.
yeah, right
We'll
now I was doing it right now. Na? I just got the different laptop today itself. So
okay, Gaurav. So I assume it will be done by tomorrow. I will see the what the issue after this session. Okay,
okay, fine.
cool. So I think Gyan is there. Gyan,
Yes, sir.
did you tried
So,
submitting the assignment? I think you
sir,
are not
actually, I
there.
had not attended the last webinar, so I was not aware about this, and because I was busy in that job, so
Mm-hmm.
it was hectic. So I didn't attend it, so I was not aware about this task. So I will do it uh, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Okay, so I think you are aware of the assignments, right? What's the assignment?
I was not aware about this.
Okay, no issues. I will tell you right now. So if I tell you today, I mean, can I expect you to submit a day after tomorrow or day after tomorrow?
Yeah, I will submit that.
Okay. Varun, I think you are Varun. Can you tell me?
हेलो
Yes, Varun.
हाय सर एक्चुअली मैं भी लास्ट वेबिनार अटेंड नहीं कर पाया था ड्यू टू सम रीजंस तो उससे पहले मेरा इंटरव्यू भी था एक सेकंड राउंड एक कंपनी में अनफॉर्चुनेटली वहाँ नहीं हुआ कुछ सो मैं इस वीकेंड तक मैं आपको दे सकता हूँ
Weekend.
हाँ जी वीकेंड से पहले सैटरडे तक
Okay. Are you busy in some other stuff?
एक्चुअली मैं काफ़ी सारे इंटरव्यूज हैं मेरे इस वीक भी अभी कल भी है एक जो शेड्यूल्ड है तो मतलब
Okay, fine enough. So, okay, I will give you till just give you this weekend. No issues.
हाँ होपफुली वीकेंड तक मैं कर लूँगा सर
ओके, बट हो जानी चाहिए यार वीकेंड तक। ऐसी नहीं होगा कि वीकेंड में तुम बोलो कि मुझे टाइम नहीं मिला, मैं कुछ और कर रहा हूँ ये। सो आई डोंट वांट टू लिसन दैट।
सर मैं कमिट नहीं कर सकता बट आई विल ट्राई माय बेस्ट हो
नो,
जाना
आई
चाहिए
ज्ञान ज्ञान आई थिंक वरुण, आई एम गिविंग यू a lot of time. I mean, weekend is I think a lot of time, and you are still saying that you want, I'm not, you can't commit. I mean, that's not what I want to listen, right?
ओके
I mean, you can do it, right? If you have any issues, you can ping me. I mean, you can still give 1 or 2 hour. You can complete in within that time, right?
यस आई विल ट्राई माय बेस्ट सर
Yeah, sure. Fine. Sambhavi.
Oh, hello. Hi. I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you're audible. Yes, Sambhavi.
Oh. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. You are audible, Sambhavi. Okay, if you are not able to speak, can you just type in your issue in the chat by when you can basically complete it. Okay, guys. So for those who are not aware of the assignment or not present before in the session, so basically we are doing a to-do list, and the assignment is basically for you guys to just complete. I have already completed the add task functionality, and you guys have to complete the delete task and edit task, and we are using Redux. So that's the assignment, and I hope that everyone will be those who have given me the dates, by that time you guys will be completing it. Okay, so Sambhavi, you can type your reason in the chat and I will see it. Okay, guys, so let's just move forward with
Hello.
the webinar. Yes.
I just wanted to confirm one thing that we can use the code that you have uploaded on the GitHub in the previous sessions, right?
Yes, yes, you can do that.
Only edit and delete button that we need to work on that functionality
Yes,
only.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
just
I can do that on till Saturday. That's for sure.
fine.
That won't take much time.
Yeah, Varun, that's what I was saying.
Okay. Actually, I wasn't aware of the assignment, so as I have not attended the previous session, that's why
No
I can do
issues,
this.
bro, no issues.
It's totally doable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the thing is that you need to clone this repo and then you have to complete the edit. And I'm not asking, I mean, that's why I was saying that it's 20 to 30-minute task. You just have to complete the edit and delete functionality, and then there is a form given in the group, and you have to submit there, right? Okay, guys. So let's just move forward, continue our discussion. And today we are basically in the last session. We had a live coding session where we basically implemented Redux. We used Redux in our project, and we moved our state from local app.js state to the global one, and we completed the add functionality. So we are in this session we are going to basically discuss not much few these questions. These are pretty important and are commonly asked in interviews. We are going to basically discuss this question, and we are going to basically live code also and we will see how to basically create global store state and pass that to any component using React context also. So pretty important concept. So okay, so let's just start with the very normal one. But I mean, everyone asks this, so I just want a very perfect answer of this question: that what is Redux? I think I did told the people who attended the last session that what is Redux, but I just want a perfect solution, perfect explanation of this question. What is Redux?
Just the definition or something else?
Yeah, just explain me what is Redux.
Redux is nothing but a JS library, mm, which is used to manage the state.
Okay,
That is it,
that's it. Okay.
or not?
Okay, Varun, of course, yeah. Anyone want to give a better explanation? I mean, suppose that someone asks you in interview, what is Redux? And now you have to basically explain it to the interviewer. Okay, Gaurav, let's start with you. Can you explain what is Redux?
Redux provides us the mechanism where we can update the store the state of a of the all the, store the state
Mhm.
as a global, and we
Mhm.
can update it and we can manipulate, update it uh, 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 what should I we can update it like the behavior of the user. So
Behavior of user.
I not user. What I'm not getting the exactly keyword. Uh,
Mhm.
like uh, like flow and something. Uh, we can know when how the state in application should be updated and how the logic will behave and those changes like that.
Okay, Gaurav. Vipul, want to add anything, or can you explain it a bit better way? Vipul, you there? Vipul Chauhan, are you there? Okay, can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself and tell me? Okay, Samvi, just I think I have already explained what is the assignment. So just finish it by 28th and make sure you submit it by 28th. Okay, no issues. I think Rahul, can you tell me? Can you explain what is Redux in a
ओके ओके ब्रो। रिडक्स जो होता है रिडक्स स्टेट मैनेजमेंट के लिए यूज होता है, और बेसिकली रिडक्स को, हाँ, और जो भी हम स्टेट यूज करते हैं वो ग्लोबली करते हैं। और पहले क्या होता था कि जैसे नॉर्मल अगर कोई एप्लीकेशन है तो उसमें हम स्टेट और प्रॉप्स यूज करते थे, जैसे पेरेंट पास कर दिया, या लेकिन जब
हम्म।
कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता है, जैसे हेरारिकल हमें स्टेट वगैरह चेंज करना होता है, मतलब हेरारिकल या ट्री फॉर्मेट में, तो रिडक्स से क्या होता है कि हम एक वैसे करके चेंज कर सकते हैं इजिली। मतलब बस यही।
Okay, Rahul, you can unmute yourself. Okay, guys. So I think you guys have explained some basically what is Redux, but if you are basically giving this interview, answering it in interview, I think you can't just say like that. Of course, that is somehow partially correct, but you need to basically have a pretty good answer of what is Redux. So the basically Redux is basically, as Rahul said, it's a global state management tool can be used in React projects also, and it basically allow us to create a global state, and then our component basically listen to the global state, basically take the listen to that particular global state, and the flow is unidirectional here. So I mean, when I say the unidirectional, it means that you can basically directly access the store, but it cannot directly write any data into the store. For that, it needed actions and reducers. So that is basically Redux, and you need to have a pretty perfect answer for this, basically, because if you somehow not give a perfect answer, it just tells you that you are not pretty clear with your basic concept, and this is a very very basic question. Okay, so basically somehow Redux uses the concept of flux. So just moving forward, I before I ask what is flux, let me ask you what was the issue with local state management that we were basically doing before? Can anyone tell me? I mean, let me ask to the people who were not there in the session if anyone knows. Varun, can you tell me what was the problem that due to which we basically tend to use Redux if we use
Sir,
our local
as
stores?
our application grows, so we need some hierarchy to put all our states and global states to keep to store value and data. So as our application grows, it's become very difficult to manage all this without having a hierarchy. So that's why this comes into the picture to solve this problem.
Okay, okay, fine. Gyan, can you tell me the exact? Of course, that is the one of the reason, but exact reason that which basically due to which we use Redux.
So एक्चुअली एक कंपोनेंट पे जब चेंज करना था स्टेट, तो वो दूसरे कंपोनेंट से शायद नहीं कर सकते हैं, वैसे कुछ था। मैंने पढ़ा था पहले, लेकिन वो याद नहीं है एग्जैक्टली क्या था। दूसरे का रिडक्स यूज करते हैं क्योंकि वो फिर पेरेंट मतलब चिल्ड्रन तक जाता है।
Again, I can obviously update the state from the child component of my parent component if I somehow pass the function as a props to my child component, right? So that's not the issue. I mean, I can totally do that. Okay, again, let me ask you straight. Do you know what is props drilling?
सो वो या डेटा पास मींस पास कराने के लिए रहता है।
No, what is props drilling? Can you tell me what is props drilling?
नो सर।
Okay.
So actually
Okay,
मैंने
Varun, can you
last
tell me
में
what is
देखी।
props drilling?
No, sir. To be honest, this is the first time I've ever heard this term.
Okay. Have you seen the lectures, React lectures?
Yes, sir. Partially.
Okay, fine. Sambhavi, if your microphone is working, can you tell me what is props drilling? You can type in also if that's not working. Okay, Monica, can you tell me what is props drilling? I think you were there in the last session, and I had a discussion over that.
Yeah, props drilling is basically like you send data through other components which doesn't require the data, But in order to pass it to the other component, you use that component as a mediator, something like this. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Vipul, want to add anything in the Monica answer, or that correct, or you want to explain what is props drilling? Vipul?
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yes.
am I
Yes,
audible?
Vipul. Yes, you are.
Sir, basically props drilling used to like pass data from higher component in the component hierarchy to a child component further down. It allows developer to access a state at different level of the component hierarchy in a small application uh, that aren't large enough to like manage those states.
Okay. Gaurav?
Hello.
Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah. Prop dealing is when we are passing data to the child components, and uh, we keep passing the data inside in, you know, like child component, and then the child component inside that component, and so on. So the problem occurs when we, call or change some data, and it renders all the component, um, all the component or the same, all till the child component,
Yes.
till the, yeah. So that is the problem with prop dealing, I think.
Yeah, Gaurav, you have explained it quite well. Yeah, of course, perfectly. So the thing is, guys, this is, I think, a pretty common question that is are asking interviews. So suppose that this is my parent component, this is its child, and these are the child. This basically this is the child component of my parent. This is the grandchild. This is further down. If I want to pass some data from this, which is there in the parent component state, and we are basically passing it. I'm passing through to this is passing to this component, this is passing to this child component, and finally my data is reaching here. So suppose if this particular this one, or my parent component basically state values get changed, so I am passing that data as a props to all these components. So of course the value of props will be changed, and that will trigger a re-render to all these components. And if my application grows, of course we cannot, I mean that will take a lot of time in rendering all these components, and that will basically cause a problem. So that is basically a term as a props drilling. That's why we need a global state, basically from where if this component want some certain thing from my global state, it can directly access data from this one. If this one want, it can directly access. My parent component want, it can directly access. So that if anything gets updated or anything, a new state is generated here, my store value is getting changed, of course there is no effect over here. Or if it will basically only uh, trigger to the renders only to those components which are basically using it directly. So that's why we use Redux. Okay, clear?
जो
सर एक बार
जो
रिपीट
Yes.
कर देना लास्ट
ये
लाइन
बार
प्लीज।
एक्सप्लेन कर दो एक बार दोबारा।
Okay. So the thing is that suppose you guys know what is props drilling. So let me say how basically props drilling is basically when suppose I am sending some data from my parent component to this particular child component from here. So of course I am passing that data as a props to this child component, then this child component, then this child component, and here. And suppose if somehow this particular component trigger basically updated the state of my parent component, and that will trigger a re-render, right? So of course all those the props value will be changed, and all these components basically will get re-rendered. And that will basically, that's not an optimal way to basically create a project, because when the our application grow, that will of course take a lot of time. So the solution for React provide is that it uses a global state management tools, where we can basically create a global state, and these component, if any component want to use any value from the that global state, it can directly use it, right? So that's how basically React solve this issue, and that's why we use Redux. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So let's just understand what is Flux. So I mean, this can also be asked in an interview. So you should know what is Flux. And I did mention that before that this thing, whole thing, Redux is a unidirectional flow. So can anyone tell me what is Flux? Let me ask you, Gaurav, to you, what is Flux?
Just note that it is also used for state management, but I do not know what is the difference between Flux and Redux.
Okay. Vipul?
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay. Fine. Rahul?
अंशु मेरे को भी नहीं पता यार फ्लक्स क्या होता है
Okay, let me show you the diagram. I mean, my diagram is okay. So basically flux जो है वो let me flow chart.
उसके बाद एक पोस्ट डालूंगा और ड्रॉप लिखता
Rahul, can you mute yourself?
हूँ सॉरी
Yeah. So basically flux जो है basically ये हमें एक hierarchy architecture create करती है. It just helps you us to create follow architecture. You can say that. So what basically happens here is that the data is unidirectional, the flow is unidirectional. That means that your view, that is your component. Just let me skip. Yes. So your view, that is your component. So it basically subscribe to the store and it gets the value from the store. And if you it want to basically write something to the global store and want to change any value, so it cannot directly do that. So it just basically generate an action, and the action get dispatched, and basically then the dispatchers basically generate make those changes, and then your state store get generated. So the flow of Redux is a bit different, not a lot different, but a small difference here, that if we want to change the value global store value, so what happens is that component can basically dispatch an action, and on that particular action there are some reducer which basically do all your logics, and it generates a new state, and that get passed to the store, and then your component basically use the values from the store. So this is the, if anyone want to basically, if anyone ask you what is flux, you should be explaining this particular flow. And if anyone wants to ask that what is basically the flow of Redux, so you should be able to explain it pretty well. And the thing is that the main concept is the flow is unidirectional.
सर एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए प्लीज.
Okay. So the thing is that we manage the global state, right, in store in Redux. Let me first explain how Redux works, and then the any component basically get the values from the store. It's any component want any values, it can directly get from the store. And then if but so the flow is unidirectional. Suppose this particular component want to change anything in that global state, so it cannot do directly, so but it can basically dispatch an action, and on that action reducer will be called. So and that particular reducer will basically is a pure function, and you can that basically returns a new state, and that particular state is passed to the store, and my store gets updated. And so that's how, if we use component writes any data in the stores. Is it clear?
Hello.
Yes, Gaurav.
Isn't it same as the Redux flow?
Yeah, I mean, I am explaining you the Redux flow only, na.
Okay, okay. I thought it is a flux. Okay, okay.
No, the flux. There is a bit, not a lot of difference. There is a small difference in flux, but I mean, internally, Redux uses the flow of flux. Basically, it was built over the flux only. Okay, guys. So, is it clear? If anyone asks you to explain the flow of Redux, can you will be able to explain that? Okay, fine. So my next question is that can we update our state directly? So I mean, in the first session, if you guys were there, so we had a discussion that can we somehow update the state and we do not trigger re-render. So we were discussing, and then if you guys remember, Akash sir asked that our state, this one thing is an object, right? So I can basically somehow do like this, right? I can if update it if I directly. So the thing is that suppose I just want to update the value of task to let's just see testing. So can I do like this? And if yes, what will be the value of my task and what will happen? So let me ask this one to Gyan. Gyan, can you tell me?
Sir, actually, I've forgotten what.
I am saying that state in an object, right?
Yeah.
This is an object, and we are basically there is one property named task whose value is null, right?
Yeah.
So I can update an object key, right? Using that, I mean, if there is an object, I can directly rename as object dot property name, and I can assign any value, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is that can I basically update the value of state directly like this?
Yeah, I think we can.
Okay. Then why we use set state? If yes, then why we use set state? If no, why we can't? Okay. Anyone? Let me ask. Varun, can you tell me?
यस सर.
Yes, Varun.
सर आई गेस हम वैसे हम कर सकते हैं इन माय ओपिनियन कि हाँ ऐसे होना चाहिए, मतलब हो सकता है, मतलब किया जा सकता है, बट करना नहीं चाहिए हमें, क्योंकि इससे क्या होगा कि हमारी जो स्टेट जो है वो अपडेट हो जाएगी और जो वैल्यूज है उसकी वो चेंज हो सकती है. आई मीन जो भी हम डेटा को स्टेट को चेंज कर रहे हैं उसकी वैल्यूज जो है वो मिसमैच हो सकती है. तो हमारा पूरा रिएक्ट का जो कंसेप्ट है कि मतलब जो वैल्यूज अपडेट होगी फिर वो फंक्शन को कॉल करेगा, फिर से रीरेंडर होगा, वो सब मतलब कि हम उसको पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को ब्रेक कर रहे हैं एक तरीके से, जो हमारा सोल पर्पस है फ्रंट एंड टूल को यूज करने का.
Okay. So,
मतलब
Varun, the
कर
question,
सकते हैं.
yeah.
But
Varun, the question is that of course अगर हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं तो हमें set state की जरूरत क्यों पड़ी? I mean, why we made set state function if we can directly do this?
set state के बाद सर रेंडर कॉल करता है ना, तो
Okay.
अब अगर हम उसको रेंडर में सेल्फ कर रहे हैं तो वो फंक्शन को फिर से कॉल करेगा, फिर से कॉल करेगा और करता ही जाएगा. मतलब एंडलेस लूप चल सकता है इसका, मतलब कि क्या बोलते हैं, इनफाइनाइट लूप चल सकता है सर इसका.
So you are saying that this will
करना
cause
मतलब कर
infinite.
सकते हैं बट करना नहीं चाहिए.
ओके अच्छा चलो ये क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ कि इसे अगर ये हो सकता है तो क्या रेंडर ये फायर होगी इस पे, क्योंकि स्टेट चेंज कर रहे हैं हम लोग.
इस स्टेट पे रेंडर सर एक बार कोड दिखाना मुझे प्लीज.
यस एक मिनट रुक जाओ. My question is this, that I am changing the state like this, right? So generally जब state change होती है तो render fire होती है, right?
री-रेंडर
Is it
होता है
true?
एग्जैक्टली।
Re-render, is it true, right? तो ये क्या ये re-render ट्रिगर करेगा क्योंकि state change हो रही है? ओके ठीक है वरुण म्यूट कर लो। मोनिका बता सकते हो? I mean we are also getting a warning here that do not mutate state, directly use set state, but it is not giving an error. That means we can do that, of course, right?
We can change like this, but it doesn't trigger render. So
Why it won't trigger render?
only this dot set state does does the re-render.
ओके वैल्यू देख लेते हैं कि क्या टास्क की वैल्यू सही हुई है कि नहीं। टेस्टिंग यानी कि वैल्यू तो अपडेट हो गई है, राइट? तो guys the thing is that of course Monica is right, we can do this but it won't trigger a re-render because only set state वाली जो function है that basically triggers the re-render, and we want that whenever our component values change, why we re-render, because of course we want that particular data to be shown on our component, right? So we can of course to do that. If someone asks you in the interview or someone just try to play with this, you have to be know pretty clearly that we can do that, but it won't trigger a re-render because only set state triggers the re-render. Clear?
बट अगर हम कोई प्रॉपर्टी चेंज कर रहे हैं तो वो री-रेंडर तो करना चाहिए उसको।
Yes.
अगर हम किसी फंक्शन को कॉल करेंगे अगर हम वहाँ पर रेंडर में, तो और वो फंक्शन किसी प्रॉपर्टी की वैल्यू को चेंज कर रहा है, मतलब अगर मैं ऐसा कुछ केस कहूँ, तो क्या वो फंक्शन बार-बार कॉल नहीं होगा? मतलब रिकॉलिंग ऑफ दैट फंक्शन नहीं होगी? क्या वो लूप नहीं बन जाएगा? मतलब बार-बार रेंडर नहीं करेगा फिर वो? क्योंकि स्टेट चेंज हो रही है, हर बार उस फंक्शन को कॉल कर रहा है और वो फंक्शन को कॉल करवा रहे हैं हम बार-बार।
तो वो फंक्शन कॉल हर बार क्यों होगी? क्योंकि होगी तब जब वो री-रेंडर होगा तभी होगी ना।
हाँ, मतलब जब रेंडर होता है तब उसकी वैल्यू हम उस फंक्शन को कॉल करते हैं और वो वैल्यू चेंज कर देता है। वो फिर से रेंडर होता है, फिर उस फंक्शन में जाता है जो हमने रेंडर में लिखा हुआ है, वो उस मेथड को कॉल करता है, फिर से वैल्यू चेंज हो जाती है, वो फिर से रेंडर कर देता है। वो फिर से रेंडर में आता है, मेथड कुछ वैल्यू अपडेट होती है, मेथड को कॉल करता है, मेथड में जाता है, फिर से वैल्यू अपडेट हो जाती है। तो ऐसा तो लूप पॉसिबल है सर।
Okay. Monica, want to explain want to answer this question because you basically just answer the previous one. So you want to clear Varun's doubt? Varun is asking that it will basically cause when we if we basically try to do this, if we use this in a particular function and we try to change the value of our state, it will basically again get render and it will basically keep on getting in loop. Am I right, Varun? Am I right? Is this your query?
Sir, yeah, exactly. But in this case, it's not like this. But I am putting up a new case that if something I am updating in a new function, I have created a function and that values get updated in that particular function, and we are calling the same function in render method. Every time we are doing some render, that method is called, and the property is updated, the state is updated of that data is updated in that function, and then again it renders as the value has been updated. So won't it happen? Won't there will be a case something like that or not? I just want to know that.
Okay, Monica, want to answer?
I think only set state triggers re-render. If we write this dot state, it changes only the value, but it doesn't trigger render. So that's it.
ओके सो वरुण बात यह है कि अगर हम इसको फंक्शन में भी डालते हैं तो ये स्टेट तो अपडेट कर देगा बट री रेंडर नहीं होगी। तो जो कॉन्सेप्ट है तुम्हारी कि बार बार लूप में जाने का, वो तभी होगी जब बार बार रेंडर होगी। तो एक मैं इसको फंक्शन कॉल भी प्रोवाइड कर दूं, कुछ भी कर दूं ना, तो ये होगी क्योंकि दूसरी बार रेंडर ही नहीं होगी इससे, क्योंकि ये मेन पॉइंट इसका ये है कि ये री-रेंडर ट्रिगर करेगा ही नहीं, तो ये सिर्फ एक ही बार रेंडर वाली कोड चलेगी अंदर वाली, इसको तुम कॉल करोगे तो उसके बाद से री-रेंडर होगी नहीं, तो दोबारा से रेंडर के अंदर की कोड चलने वाली है नहीं।
सर
तो
अगर
ये
हम
वाली
चाइल्ड मान लीजिए किसी कंपोनेंट के चाइल्ड में करें या
तुम
उसके
कहीं भी डाल दो, तुम
कहीं
कहीं
भी
भी डाल दो, ये वाली कभी प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी, क्योंकि ये कभी री-रेंडर ट्रिगर करेगा ही नहीं।
जी
री-रेंडर
बस
सिर्फ ट्रिगर कर
पर इसका मतलब बट वैल्यू तो चेंज हो जाएगी है ना,
हाँ
जैसे हमने यहाँ देखा वैल्यू तो चेंज हो जाएगी, डाटा मिसमैच होगा हमारा,
हाँ,
दैट इज
वैल्यू
फॉर
चेंज हो
श्योर।
जाएंगी, वैल्यू चेंज हो जाएंगी। यस,
मतलब जो हम चाहते हैं कि डाटा चेंज ना हो, मतलब डेटा इंटीग्रिटी तो नहीं बचेगी बट री रेंडर नहीं होगा।
री-रेंडर नहीं होगा।
ओके
सो द इशू इज ये है कि इसको हम यूज इसलिए नहीं करते क्योंकि इससे री-रेंडर नहीं होती है जनरली।
ओके
ओके, तो अगर कभी कोई पूछता है तो ये यूज केस बता सकते हो, बट दिस इज नॉट द परफेक्ट सॉल्यूशन वो वाली यूज केस के लिए जब तुम स्टेट की वैल्यू अपडेट करना चाहते हो बट री-रेंडर ट्रिगर नहीं करना चाहते हो। तो ये कि ये इसको बता सकते हो, और दूसरी ये है कि तुम बेसिकली उसमें सुड कंपोनेंट अपडेट वाले लाइफ साइकिल में हैंडल करके अपने स्टेट की वैल्यू को सेट कर दो, चेंज कर दो, एंड देन रिटर्न फॉल्स फ्रॉम देयर, सो इट वॉन्ट री-रेंडर योर component again. So that is the two answers that you should basically give if anyone asks you in any interviews.
सर एक बार रिपीट कर दोगे प्लीज।
Yes, Varun, ये है कि अगर there was basically question that was asked by Rahul in the first session, that the interviewer asked that can we basically change the value of state and so that and we don't want the component to re-render. हम ऐसा करने चाह रहे हैं कि स्टेट की वैल्यू भी चेंज है और कंपोनेंट री-रेंडर भी ना हो, तो ये कैसे करोगे? ठीक है, तो इसका अगर पूछा जाता है तो पहले दो केसेस हैं, पहले ये वाले आंसर बता सकते हो, दूसरी वाली आंसर ये थी जो कि परफेक्ट आंसर है, इस सूट कंपोनेंट अपडेट के अंदर तुम स्टेट चेंज कर दो और फिर रिटर्न फॉल्स कर दो, तो तुम्हारी कंपोनेंट री-रेंडर नहीं होगी।
ओके
ओके, ठीक है,
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
So let's just move to our next question. This one is a bit confusing thing, that when I learned React Redux, so it was a pretty confusing for me, that I was not then sure that when to use. That the thing is that is it important to move all the state in Redux store? So this is the one confusing question that interviewer can ask you to try to play with you, and if you guys, I mean, that also come as a developer comes in your mind when you first time study Redux. So let me ask straight to Rahul. Rahul, is it I mean, do we need to keep all the state in Redux store if we are using Redux?
एक्चुअली वी आर यूजिंग रूट रिड्यूसर, और रूट रिड्यूसर को हम स्टोर के अंदर रखते हैं, और do we need to keep all the state in Redux store?
No, I mean, you didn't understand my question. The thing is that if we are using Redux, do we
Okay.
need to keep all our state in globally कि भैया Redux store के अंदर रखनी है मेरी मुझे सारी की सारी store, I cannot keep in a local component, कि मैं किसी component की component के अंदर कोई state नहीं बना सकता locally.
इसका यार मुझे थोड़ा आइडिया नहीं है।
Okay, Rahul. Monica, can you answer?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can have state in one component, but it's of no use. I mean, like we want state so that we can access we want store so we can access the state in all of the components. If we keep the store in one state in one component, then there is no necessity of store, right?
So you're saying that if we are using Redux, then we have to move all our state to Redux store only, right?
Yeah, it's better off to keep all the data in one like store so that all the components could access.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vipul, what do you think?
It is not necessary, like we need to keep all the states in Redux store, but we can do that. It's dependent on the use case.
Yes, I mean, Vipul answered it perfectly. So guys, it's not important that you should move all your state to Redux store. Depend on the use case, you can do that, and you just if you think that there are values which need, I mean, there is a case, so there is a possibility of having a multiple child component. There, it is getting used by I mean multiple child component. Then you can of course keep that in state globally store. But if you want think that if you want there is a use case where you are pretty sure that I mean that particular component is only going to use that value, or only it is going to pass to one level below, so you can keep that in local state also. So I mean this particular question can be asked in interviews to just make you confusing. And when I learned Redux, and of course I was also confused that do I need to move all my state to Redux store, or I can use local store or local state also. Okay, guys. So Vipul, चलो ये भी आंसर बता दो. What are reducer in Redux? So like we discussed reducers, and I mean you do know what is reducer, but if you have to explain this to interviewer, what how you will explain what are reducer in Redux?
Let me just form my answer, then I will answer it.
Mm-hmm. गौरव तब तक तुम बता दो, आंसर कर दो.
Hello.
Sir, basically, a reducer is a function which takes like two arguments, the current state and the action, and return based both argument and new state.
Okay. Any more specific point that you want to add here, which is pretty important? Of course, your explanation is right, but if you can add one very important thing, then I mean that will tell that you are pretty clear with the concept.
Like it take the previous state, like.
Yeah, of course. Okay, Gaurav, want to
Yeah.
add?
Yeah, reducers are actually pure functions.
Yes.
So they receive the current state and action object, and and they are pure functions. So they make changes using the the received argument, which is current state and action, and yeah, and they do not like they do reducers cannot make changes on the state which they are getting. They have to make the new like new object uh, and return the new state.
Okay. Okay, guys. So, like as I think Bipul and Gaurav tells, I mean that's the perfect explanation of reducers. So reducers are pure function which basically receive state and an action, and it basically returns a new state. It always returns a new state to the store. So that's the perfect way to answer this question. I mean, and okay. So I mean, this one question, this is pretty a theoretical question. So I mean, I just want that if if someone asks what are the core principles of Redux, just go check out on the internet and frame a good answer this particular to this. There are basically 3 or 4 core principles, because this is also a pretty common questions based on it that are asked on Redux topic. Okay, let me just directly move to the next question, that is Redux thunk. So okay, let me ask to Gyan. Gyan, can you tell me what is Redux thunk?
No, sir, actually, I haven't heard about this.
Okay, Varun.
No idea, sir. Sorry.
Okay, Monica. Monica, you there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Rahul.
Hello.
Yes, Rahul.
रिडक्स थंग एक मिडलवेयर होता है जो मतलब जो क्या करता है कि जो भी एक्शन क्रिएटर वगैरह है मतलब वो हमें एक्शन ऑब्जेक्ट की जगह एक्शन क्रिएटर रिटर्न करता है।
राहुल वो पढ़े छे।
ठीक है राहुल।
ओकरा से बात कर छे, राखी से भेल बात।
और कोई गौरव?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Rahul said, Redux Thunk is a middleware which provides, which provides to use the uh, what should I say? Like like in Node.js, we use a middleware, to calculate the or to check the when we were using JWT to check the the user and like that. So we can also use middleware in the form of Thunk in React.js to perform the additional functionalities and then forward it from there to
Okay.
to action. Yeah.
Okay. Vipul?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, fine. So let me explain. I mean, that's right. जो Redux Thunk है, वो basically middleware है. That's a package that act as a middleware. So and why we use basically Redux Thunk? Why we use that is that these are basically my actions, right? So actions return objects, right? Most of you guys know. But actions can also, suppose if I want to perform some API call, I want to basically do some asynchronous work. I want to call asynchronous functions. So whenever we want to perform some API request or side effects using asynchronous functions, so basically we basically do not return an object, we return a function, and that is basically a asynchronous function, and we basically pass a dispatch, and then we basically dispatch this action. Like I am just trying to mimic a use case where I am basically returning okay, that is fine. Okay, so I just want to I am returning a function here, and I am calling some other action right in. I'm performing some API calls, and then I just want to basically call some. Suppose this add task value that we have, that is we have to basically fetch it from the API, and then we have to basically call this add task action, which basically add the task value in that our array. So if we want to do that, we want to perform an API call. So we have to basically return not an object, we have to return a function. So I think your Thunk, what basically Thunk does is it just perform the same thing. It basically check that what is my action return type, and if it's object or if it's function. If it's function, so it basically handles our all asynchronous stuff, and basically because it's just a middleware, and then it basically handle all our use cases where we want to call any asynchronous functions. So I think there could be a bit of confusing stuff out here. So I just want you guys, I mean, if it's clear or not. I mean, what is Redux Thunk?
Not clear, sir.
Okay. So suppose the thing is that as of now we want to add task, कुछ task की value है, task एक array है जिसकी value जो है वो किसी API एक API है, वो basically call API जो है वो मुझे सारी की सारी task की value return कर रही है, और मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि मैं उस API को हिट करूँ और वहां से सारी की वैल्यू वहां से वो API मुझे दे, एंड देन मैं इस एड टास्क फंक्शन को कॉल एड टास्क एक्शन को डिस्पैच करूँ, और ये एड टास्क जो फंक्शन है वो बेसिकली टास्क की जो भी एरे है वो हम इसमें पास कर रहे हैं, एंड देन वी आर बेसिकली एडिंग दैट दोज टास्क इन आवर reducer here. That is here we are basically adding here in our initial state, right? We are generating a new state by adding all those values in our task array. तो अब मुझे जो APIs कॉल होते हैं रिएक्ट में, वो सारे के सारे साइड इफेक्ट्स बोलते हैं उनको, और वो सारी की सारी एसिंक होती हैं, राइट? बिकॉज हमें जब भी API कॉल करनी होती है तो हमें एसिंक ही परफॉर्म करनी पड़ती है, बिकॉज क्योंकि दैट टेक्स अ बिट ऑफ टाइम, राइट? तो जब भी हमें ऐसे कॉल करने होंगे तो हम ये सारे के सारे जो काम होते हैं वो बेसिकली एक फंक्शन में करते हैं, एंड वो फंक्शन हम अपने एक्शन से रिटर्न करते हैं, and those and that is getting basically Redux Thunk handles all our which act as a middleware, and basically it checks that whether if my action return type is function, then Redux Thunk basically perform that our those all those API calls, and then we basically it allows us to dispatch an action within that particular function that we are basically returning from here. It passes the dispatch here in our callback function, and then it calls our add task action which is there inside this function that we are returning, right? So clear हुआ कुछ?
सर लास्ट का पार्ट थोड़ा सा अभी भी हेजी है, मतलब
ठीक
इतना
है,
मुझे समझ
ठीक
में आया
है।
कि जब हम ऐसे काम कर रहे हैं तो उसके लिए यूज कर रहे हैं, बट हम यहाँ फंक्शन रिटर्न कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ पे डिस्पैच के टाइम पे कैसे यूज हो रहा है वो थोड़ा सा समझ में नहीं आया।
तो यहाँ पे हम फंक्शन रिटर्न कर रहे हैं, राइट? तो इस
Yes.
फंक्शन के अंदर कुछ मुझे डेटा मिलेगी API से। अब मुझे क्या करनी है कि एड टास्क फंक्शन को डिस्पैच करनी है, सो दैट ये एड टास्क वाला जो एक्शन है ये पूरी की पूरी उस वैल्यू को ऐड कर दे मेरे ग्लोबल स्टेट के टास्क एरे में, राइट?
सर ये डिस्पैच फंक्शन में हम एपीआई को हिट कर रहे हैं?
डिस्पैच में नहीं कर रहे हैं, आई मीन ये डिस्पैच तो यहाँ पे कॉल हो रही है, ये जो कॉल बैक कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे हम APIs के कॉल करेंगे,
ओके ओके
राइट? यहाँ पे हम लोग APIs कॉल कर रहे हैं और उसके बाद से हम यहाँ पे डिस्पैच करनी है, राइट? आई मीन लेट मी शो यू गाइस, आई मीन गिटहब पे पड़ी हो गया।
So we will call the thunk function inside dispatch, ना?
नहीं, थंक जो है वो मिडिलवेयर के तौर पे काम करती है, तो उसको कॉल करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, ठीक है? तो हमें कॉल करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है यहाँ पे। जो अब मुझे क्या करनी है कि यहाँ पे मैं API कॉल कर लूंगा, राइट? मान लो मैं यहाँ पे फेच कर रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ पे फेच कर रहा हूँ, यहाँ पे URL दे दिया, फिर मैंने डॉट देन लगा के यहाँ पे रिस्पॉन्स मिल गई मुझे, एंड देन आई कन्वर्टेड इट इन JSON।
मीन्स हमको डेटा मिल गया इससे, तो उसके बाद जैसे हम इसमें अभी ऐड टास्क को हम इसमें वो एक्शन को कॉल कर रहे हैं, तो ऐसे ही इसमें कॉल करेंगे, तो फिर मतलब थंक को कैसे हम मतलब उसको ट्रिगर कैसे करेंगे, कैसे?
थंक
तो वो
ट्रिगर
स्टोर
होता
पे
है
जाके होगा,
सारे
स्टोर
एक्शंस पे। हाँ, थंक जो है ये
ओके ओके,
तो यहाँ से फैच कर लिया, यहाँ पे मुझे डेटा मिल गया, राइट? अब मुझे ये डेटा को इस वाले ऐड टास्क वाली एक्शन से पास करनी है, ठीक है? तो मुझे यहाँ पे डिस्पैच मुझे कहाँ से मिलेगी? ऐसे तो मुझे मिलने वाली है नहीं। अब ये मैं फंक्शन रिटर्न कर रहा हूँ, तो मुझे ये चाहिए कि मुझे ये वाली फंक्शन भी कॉल करनी है ना, ये वाली डिस्पैच एक्शन डिस्पैच करनी है। तो ये मैं कहाँ से डिस्पैच करूंगा? ये तो मैं यहाँ इसको तो मैं अपने कंपोनेंट से डिस्पैच कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ,
so I want some middleware which basically does this work for me, right? We are performing some async here, so I want anyone to do this stuff for me, and Redux Thunk does the same stuff for which act as a middleware, and the Redux Thunk basically dispatch this it basically first help perform this of course this whole call will get executed, and then this action get dispatched, and that is these all the stuffs are handled by Redux Thunk, which basically act as a middleware. What I have did is that my component has simply dispatch an action named test, and then that particular test has returned a function. It do not have return an object, it has returned a function. So as soon as any return type is a function, my basically Redux Thunk will come in picture, and it will perform basically dispatch this particular action for me, and that this particular function, of course you know that what this particular action is doing. तो ये पूरा काम मुझे Redux Thunk करता है, which is a middleware. समझ में आया अब?
यस यस।
ठीक है, क्योंकि अब यहाँ पे
अच्छा,
मुझे
जो
टास्क मिल गई।
सर ने वो जो मूवी वाला ऐप बनाया था आकाश सर ने,
हम्म,
तो उसमें भी यूज कराए उन्होंने, तंग करा था
ऑफ
तो।
कोर्स।
हाँ, तो उसमें जब उन्होंने करा था वो, तो वहां पे जाके उसको ट्रिगर कर रहे थे ना, स्टोर
कहाँ
पे
पे?
आके समथिंग। अब मुझे याद नहीं है, मुझे देखना
नहीं
पड़ेगा
नहीं,
दोबारा एक
स्टोर
बार।
में हम जब भी हम क्रिएट रिडक्स थंब को हम पास कहाँ करते हैं? रिडक्स थंब को हम लोग पास करते हैं जब क्रिएट स्टोर क्रिएट करते हैं तब एज अ मिडिलवेयर, वट एवर मिडिलवेयर वी आर
हाँ
पासिंग, वी बेसिकली पास इट एज अ मिडिल व्हेन वी क्रिएट स्टोर। जो क्रिएट स्टोर वाला मेथड है उसमें हम लोग पास करते
हाँ,
हैं
उसी में,
सारे
हाँ
मिडिलवेयर्स को, तो वहां पे पास कर रहे होंगे।
हाँ, उसी में पास कर रहे थे। ठीक है।
हम्म, यहाँ पे नहीं मिली, दिखाई देता हूँ। सो यहाँ पे हम लोग अप्लाई मिडिलवेयर फंक्शन कॉल कर रहे हैं और हम लोग लॉगर और थंग पास कर रहे हैं, जो कि मिडिलवेयर के तौर पर काम करता है। And if you guys want notice here that we are basically calling a API in our one of our actions, that in movie search, and then we are dispatching the same stuff out here. We are returning a function here. We are calling we are hitting this API. We are getting the response here, and we are dispatching this add search result. तो ये पूरा पूरा काम Redux थंग हमारे लिए कर रहा है। क्लियर हुआ?
यस यस, गॉट इट।
ओके ओके ओके, चलो।
सर जैसे ही हम रिटर्न करते हैं किसी फंक्शन को, तो जो रिडक्स मिडलवेयर है वो एक्शन में आ जाता है, राइट?
यस, सो बेसिकली रिडक्स थंग जो है वो बेसिकली, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इसका रिटर्न टाइप क्या है, इस एक्शन का रिटर्न टाइप एक फंक्शन है, राइट?
यस।
और इस वाले फंक्शन का सारे बाकी सबको ऑब्जेक्ट होते हैं। तो रिडक्स थंग की यूज तब ट्रिगर तब होती है जब भी रिएक्ट इसकी रिटर्न टाइप फंक्शन हो। आई मीन वी डिड,
ओके सर।
हमने इस पर्टिकुलर केस को यूज किया था खुद से भी विदाउट यूजिंग रिडक्स थंग आल्सो। उसकी भी कोड सर ने लेक्चर में करवाई थी। सो इफ एनीवन वांट्स टू सी दैट, ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन गो एंड चेक आउट द लेक्चर्स आल्सो। Okay guys, so let's just move forward and understand our next question is what is React context? तो गौरव बताओगे क्या है context?
नो, मुझे इसका आइडिया नहीं है, मतलब अभी मैंने नहीं, सॉरी।
ठीक है, किसी को आइडिया है? मतलब हमारे पास टाइम नहीं रहा तो मैं पूछ लेता हूँ डायरेक्टली।
नो सर।
No, sir.
इट इज समथिंग रिलेटेड टू कॉन्टेक्स्ट एपीआई,
अरे
मतलब
वो
ग्लोबल स्टेट से।
कॉन्टेक्स्ट API है।
हाँ,
अ,
तो मे बी।
ओके गाइस, सो लेट मी, ठीक है मैं बता देता हूँ। तो सपोज देर इज अ यूज केस like we want that our store should be globally, but we do not want to use Redux. अगर ये यूज को इसमें बोल दिया किसी ने और बोल दिया कि कॉन्टेक्ट्स तो तुम कैसे बनाओगे, तो बेसिकली हम लोग कॉन्टेक्ट्स API यूज करते हैं। सो व्हाट कॉन्टेक्ट्स API does is that कॉन्टेक्ट्स API allow us to create global objects and that can be used by any components, right? So that is the feature of context API that is present in React, and Redux also use behind the scene context APIs only, right? So context API basically allow us to create global objects and that can be passed to any component, and that component can basically access those objects, and it can also make any changes to that global objects only. So if basically if in interviews or any task, if they ask you to make a global state and manipulate that global state, and all those components should do not use local state and should use that particular global state and manipulate that particular global state, and you don't have to use Redux, so you can use React context APIs, right, directly. तो डिफरेंस ये है रिएक्ट कॉन्टेक्स्ट और रिएक्ट रिडक्स में कि जनरली इसको और डिटेल में पढ़ सकते हो। सो जनरली क्या होती है कि रिडक्स भी इंटरनली कॉन्टेक्स्ट API यूज करता है, बट ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट वी हैव there are some other features that Redux basically provide. First of all, when you are using context API, so you have to handle all you have to make your own functions if you want to perform any update. So you have to handle all those things, and you have to also be sure that your all the data are consistent. While Redux already implemented that, and it provide connect method and using that, which you can basically uses the pass any value from state to component, and if you want to update anything, you can basically dispatch actions and reducers there for you. So that's a pretty safer way to do manipulate the React context indirectly. And also if you are using React context, then you are exposing your context API publicly, while React Redux uses it internally. So there is a pretty, you have to handle the case where that any function or any one else do not manipulate those APIs, because that is public
So
as
the
of now.
concept of immutability, like in Redux, will not apply on context API.
No, I mean that remains the same. That immutability means, of course, that component cannot directly mutate the objects. But it can of course do that using actions and reducers. Here also, if you want to update, you have to make a function, and then using that function, you have to update. So here you can say that you can say somehow that you are directly changing the state using a function, but you have to define those functions on your own, right? So here there is not a concept of actions and reducer. You have to do that on your own. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So provider and consumer are basically the objects of context API. These context API provide provider and consumer, and provider basically use to pass wrap up your any component within, if you within it. And if you want to pass any value, you can basically wrap up your component inside provider, and then you can pass it as a props to provider, and that particular value will be as a value, and that particular value will be accessed by all the component which are basically all the component which are which are wrapped inside provider. Same is the concept with consumer. If you want to use that particular value, you can wrap your component inside a consumer, and then you can pass a callback function where you inside that callback function you can access that value that you passed using provider. So that is the way where basically provider and consumer are two features through which you can access any those global objects that are there. So I think if you guys have a bit of time, I mean 15-20 minutes, we can have a live coding session where I can show you that how to use React Context API to create global state, or and then pass it to the component, or we can discuss in the next session.
In next
अंशु
session, please, sir.
अंशु आज ही डिस्कस कर ले यार.
Okay. So what we do, I mean, let's hear about the majority people. I mean, that will take at least 30 minutes.
It's okay if you take 1 hour. It's okay.
सर एक चीज और, इसके नोट्स वगैरह मिल सकते हैं क्या हमें?
हाँ, मैं नोट शेयर कर दूंगा इनके, यहाँ पे इनके आंसर्स के अच्छे से एक्सप्लेनेशन होंगे.
सर
Hello.
उसको गिटहब पे पेस्ट कर दीजिएगा प्लीज.
हाँ, ये तो ठीक है, मैं कर दूंगा. ठीक है, ओके.
Hello.
थैंक यू सर.
यस करो.
हाँ, my question is like provider, पहले जो आपने बताया था कि ये भी context API यूज करते हैं inside.
प्रोवाइडर
हाँ.
प्रोवाइडर कॉन्टेक्स्ट API से ही मिलती है हमें.
Okay. So the provider Redux और context, okay, context API मतलब हमारा बेस इस पे बेस्ड है बाकी ये. Okay, Redux भी वही यूज करता है.
हाँ, Redux भी इंटरनली वही यूज करता है.
Okay, thank you.
So should we have a live coding session where I can quickly show you?
Like if someone wants to leave, then he can leave also,
Yes.
because
चलो
I have
quickly कर लेते हैं. I mean, let's just quickly do it. And I mean, so this is, let me first check out to that particular commit session where I have not used Redux, because this code. Okay.
सर ये गिट ग्राफ एक्सटेंशन है कोई? ओह
Okay, guys. So as of now, our code do not have any Redux, and we are basically here using our this particular value task from our local state. So we want that we create a global state and then we change this there. So let me first remove this whole thing so that it won't give an error. Okay, so let's just okay. Fine, let me remove this thing because now our task is not here. Fine. So let me show that how we can use a global, how can we create a global state and then we can pass it to our component using context APIs. So let me first create a component where I will from React. Then let me export default context. And here I can basically create a context, right? Let me react dot create context function. Let me export provider and consumer also. So as you can see that I will be taking out provider and consumer are basically provided by our context API. So it will be inside context dot provider export const consumer.
So this provider is different from the provider which we imported from React Redux.
We do not imported any provider from React Redux, right? I mean, we uses React Redux, and React Redux internally uses provider and consumers also.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can say that these provider and consumer are same. That our Redux uses. Okay. So basically I'm just exporting from this file. I'm just taking out everything from context APIs and I will be exporting it so that I can import it and use all these things. Okay, so let's just import here. Component, so I should not keep in component, but still that's fine. So let's just first I need to first take out provider. Okay, what's the name? It should be coming. Okay, so if you want, let's just create our initial state here, and which I will be passing to my app component. and I will be making a tasks array here, right? And let me just add one element also here, testing, so that I can be sure that we can see that this particular thing is coming from here. And if I want to pass this initial state to my app component, so I will have to first wrap my app component within a provider, right? And suppose if there is some other component like home, and so I can just write here, and I want to pass the values to that particular component also, I can basically write directly here. And if I have to pass it, I need to basically write value, because you have to write pass it in value only. So here what I am basically doing is that I have basically wrap my app component uh, within the provider, and I have passed the initial state which is holding my task array, and in my within my app component here, right? So let's just try to take out this take out this task array, our initial state, which is our global state here, right? So let's see how we can do that. So first I need to use consumer here, import consumer here, from okay, so it was not okay. So can anyone tell me what was the thing, what's wrong I was doing here? Hello, am I audible?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing was that I was importing it incorrect way. I have to import it from my context file,
Context dot is yes.
right? That's why it was not coming when I. Okay, so right now, uh, so I have to basically uh, wrap my. I have to return consumer first. Okay, and inside that I will pass a callback functions. And now basically I can basically wrap this whole thing inside my return code. Let me copy paste. Okay, so let me first do all this thing, and then I will explain you what's basically I am trying to do. And remove this one. This seems fine. And I think here we can try to log the value of task from props. And let me take out the value of task props. So everything will be right. So what I have did I have done is that now I want to access the value of tasks, right, which is right here, uh, which is inside the initial state, which I have passed using provider. So if I have to use it, I have to first wrap. I have to use consumer. So inside consumer, I have to pass a function, basically not a function. This is an object, which is a function, and inside that callback function, basically I can pass my component return whatever DOM JSX I want to basically write here. So I have basically taken out the value from props, and then I'm printing props.task. So everything will be, if everything will be fine, this will basically run, and it will be printing testing. So let's just try to do that. So any question till now?
No, sir.
Okay.
अंशु को दोबारा बताना क्या क्या किया, मैं सब भूल गया यार.
Okay. तो सबसे पहले तो हमने we created a context, right? We call the context API, and we just created a context, and then we take out provider and consumer from the context, and I've exported this context here. So first we took out provider, and we just wrapped our app component within a provider, and we passed the initial state as a value, and then we want to take read the value. We want to basically access this initial state value, right, in our app component. So we have to use a consumer. So basically, yes, so we have to wrap our whole thing basically within a consumer, and we have to pass a callback function, and inside that callback function we are returning our JSX. So if everything will be right, we will be basically passing our initial state here as a props, and it should basically here we are destructuring it from our props, and then it should be basically, if everything will be fine, it should be able to print testing one, right? So if you guys saw that how we have basically passed, we use a how we have used a global state right here, and we basically wrap it we pass it to our app component, this particular global state, using context API, provider and consumer. Clear?
Yes, Anshu.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So let's just for one more thing, like let's just say testing 2, and if I just say you can see that it is printing testing 1 and testing 2. So we basically what earlier what we were doing, we were basically basically having our task array which was basically locally in our app component, and we were basically passing the task array from here. But what we did is that we move our task array to a global level inside our index.js, and we basically wrap our app component within provider, and we pass our state as a value with two provider, and here we want to use here we want to use in app.js component. So we just wrap our basically wrap our component within a consumer, and then in a callback function we pass our whatever that was there in a provider as a props to this particular component, right? So if in future you guys want to do if there is any task where you have to use context API, so I mean there's a pretty straightforward and pretty simple stuff to do. And suppose if you anyone I mean that's assignment that I will give, where you have to basically create a function right here which will be used to update the value of state that is task. So you have to basically using that particular function, you have to update the value of task array, right? If you can add it or delete it if you want to manipulate it. So that will be basically I will be giving as part of assignment, and there will be any issues, you can refer first the context API doc, and if still there is some issues, I will be there to help you guys. One more thing is that this is basically class-based component. So do you guys want me to show how to use this consumer and context API in function component, or you can do that as part of a assignment?
So that will be a similar now, where we can get the value from the props and show it on the return.
No. So I will give you a hint and just try to do that also. So in functional component, so let me just, I think here from here I can. So in functional component, you have to use a hook, right? You have to use a hook, and that is
use the state and effect. Okay.
use context hook,
Okay.
which basically allow which basically take out value whatever there you have passed in provider, and it will pass that value as a props to your component. So let me show you how to do that. I have done that. Okay. Okay, so suppose this is my functional component, and let me first show you that I have wrapped my app component within a provider here, and then I want to create a functional component, and that's inside that particular component I want to use take out the value that is there that is here that is globally. So I want to access the global object inside a functional component, so I can use a use context hook, and I can basically pass I have to import this context. So I have exported the context here that I have exported. For you have to import that, and you just pass that particular uh, context reference inside. Where is this context? Yes, child. You have to pass that in use context hook, and then you can take out. It will basically pass your global object as a props, and you can basically take out your anything from your global state, and then you can do your stuff.
So here
So
we do not have to use consumer.
yes, no, you are basically using use context here. So you don't have to use consumer here, right? So you should be clear with the fact that how to use context APIs in class-based component and how to use that in a function-based component. Okay, so can you guys do that if in the next anyone ask you to basically use context APIs and to manipulate global state and access global state? Okay, guys. So any questions in React Hook? Context APIs or whatever I have explained. टाइप कर दो यार, अगर हाँ नहीं तो म्यूट करके बता दो.
No, not from my side.
No, sir, pretty much clear.
Okay, guys. So your task is basically to create a use for. You have to make a branch, and you have to use context API, and you have to do. You don't have to do much of stuff, but you just have to do add task functionality. So as you can see that I have taught you. We covered in 15 minutes. So of course that won't be a pretty hell of task. You can see that it should be pretty easier for you guys. So all you have to do is that you have to use context APIs, and you have to create an update function with using that you can use update your global state, right? So you have to complete your add task functionality. Whenever the user click on the add button, you should be able to store that task value in your global task array. So can you guys do it? Okay, fine. So the next session that I'm going to take, probably that will be after the weekend. So probably Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. No, the next session that I'm going to take is on Friday. So till Friday, try to complete this assignment. And please, guys, I have explained you what is context API. So you should, you should go and do that, so that that will give you more clarity. When someone tells you, someone give you a walk through the code, we think that we have understand that, but when we try to do it on our own, then only we figure out that we have done it. And as a practice session, we only add functionality to it, and if anyone want to implement the whole add or delete and edit also, it's really good. But for the sake of I don't want to hear the excuse that I don't have that much time and all those stuff. That's why I'm only giving you add task functionality. Okay, guys. So please do it. I mean, that's for your own sake only. I mean, please do that, complete that. And if you have any query, anything, any problem, you can ping me. So
Yeah,
I mean,
will we
सर
get the
नोट्स
record?
मिलेंगे ना?
sorry.
रिकॉर्डिंग मिला है क्या सर?
Recording of this session.
हाँ हाँ, ये सेशन
Yes,
से पहले वाले सेशन का मेरे को चाहिए।
yes, I will
मुझे
share
भी
you.
सर।
Yeah, I will share you the recordings and just I mean encourage your friends also to attend. I mean we are trying best. I mean I as a person, I mean goal has been always been to explain you guys. If you guys want that there are certain fields where I can improve as a teacher. I mean or as a anyhow. So I mean I will be very good to hear your feedbacks on that also, so that I mean I can also improve and explain the stuffs in a better way.
अंशु, मैंने शुरुआत में क्वेश्चन पूछा था, उसका जवाब नहीं दिया।
Rahul, I will. I mean, you can connect me. Not today, but I mean tomorrow, and I will. I mean, explain you the whole way. I mean, we can have a deeper discussion over that, right? Because of course that requires a lot of discussion.
Okay, okay.
Okay, guys. So we thank you for joining. I mean, now we are closing out. Thank you so much. Bye.